Reach your neighbor. Okay, guys, so the wall. Today's invocation will be given by Frank Riley.
Today is May 1st, approximately halfway between the spring equinox and the summer. It's also known and celebrated as May Day, which marks the beginning of summer and often referred to in romantic terms as love is in the air. A French word spelled capital M apostrophe AIDE, also pronounced May Day, means help me, and is the internationally recognized distress call, often repeated Mayday, Mayday. So now let us pray. Charles Dickens started A Tale of Two Cities with, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times," which rings so very true today. Some have so much and want even more. Others have so little and are forgotten and lost. Lord, help us all together work for a better balance. Help us find grace in sharing our talents, no matter how much we have. Let us energize the words of the four-way test. Help us put a real and precious value to life, far beyond the price of a knife, a bullet, a missile, or a bomb. Help us find kindness in our everyday actions, no matter how great or small. Help us move from extreme and selfish views that divide us to unifying views that reflect your love. God, forgive us for all our selfish views and actions. Please guide those leaders entrusted to our care, doctors and teachers and parents and government officials, ministers, just to name a few. Let their vision not be corrupted by power, control, or self-illumination. We ask you to give us strength and hope to reinforce love, repentance, and forgiveness, so that truly all can share in the best of times for all of us. Dear God, please hear our Mayday, Mayday. Amen.
Welcome to all of you. We've got a lot of guests here today, which is fantastic. We got a great program for you. This week's Wayne County veteran is on the screen. Some of you know him, some of you don't. This is Tom Ballinger. He is a lifelong resident of Wayne County, graduating from Smithville High School. He joined the Army and was stationed in Germany, Texas, Kentucky, and Kansas. Tom obtained the rank of Staff Sergeant. He completed a 13-month deployment to Al-Anbar province in Iraq during the global war on terror. This included combat missions in Ramadi, Fallujah, and Hamiyat. After the Army, he returned to Wayne County, where he served as a deputy sheriff and is currently as a detective for the Copley Police Department. He is truly a Wayne County veteran. And one last note, on your tables, you will find a flyer put there by our community resource officer, Mr. Donnie Hall, who happens to be here as our guest and a former Rotarian, about an important walk coming up. And I mention it because it's to honor our 245 lost law enforcement officers in 2022. And it's pretty important. You know, they go to work every day to keep peace and keep us in the life of which we know. And so if any of you can support that or be a participant in it, I would greatly appreciate that. At this time, Secretary Lynn and the Secretary's report.
Thank you, Greg, and we're very pleased to have such an attendance. It's tribute to these two young men to my left here and the year that they've been spending with us. So thank you for attending. We'll start with announcements from introductions from the podium. President Greg.
I have 3 guests today. Please stand up. First of all, Donnie Hall, Community Resource Officer, Worcester Police Department. Next, I have Janet Newcomer. Oh, there she is. Janet is a major gift officer for the Akron Can Regional Food Bank and is a member of the Medina Sunrise Club. And my third guest, Tammy Cruz. I'm sure you all know Tammy. She is Director of Operations at Greystone and the Pines. And she will be a member here pretty soon.
I'd like to introduce my guest, Tara Kelling, if you could please stand. Tara is the Market Development Manager at Wayne Savings. Also from the podium, I think Izumi, Sujit, and Kathy all have guests.
My guest is my host parents, Christina and Paul.
My guests are my three host parents. My first host parent is Fred Michelle. He's right over here. Second host family, my second host parents, Stephen and Jonah Plants. And my current host parents, David and Laura Newberry, please.
My guest is my husband, David McConnell, who is a friend of Worcester Rotary and has gotten to know these two boys well over this year.
Shannon Waller has our traveling microphone, and we'll go to Donna Conza.
My guest is my husband, Ted Connolly. He also had a bunch of big nose t-shirts. And one figure is
Matthew Scruggs.
My guest today is Priscilla Spiker. We have been in the village now for 3 years, and she joined our department today.
Marty Starkey.
my guest is my daughter Kelly from college.
Joe Zeger.
My guest today, as you mentioned, is entrepreneur, and we always innovative opportunities, and I said, right, this time of nonprofit that we're doing some partnering.
Thank you, Shannon. Yes.
Well, we haven't seen this many guests in a while. It's fantastic. I wish we had this many every week. Well, welcome to all of you, and I hope you enjoy our program. We get once a year, we get a chance to hear from our exchange students. Of course, in the last 2 years before this year, we didn't have any because of COVID. And it's just great having these two this year, and I look forward to hearing their program. So at this time, our speaker will be introduced by Kathy McConnell, and her and Brent handled the year, and it wasn't easy, and I appreciate what they've done.
We're so happy to have Izumi and Sujit speak with us today. You've all had a chance to get to know them a little bit and their activities piece by piece over the school year. And today they want to give you a little bit of their background, as well as share some of the meaningful activities they've had while on exchange so far. They're still here for a while longer. As President Gregg mentioned, this was the first year exchange resumed past the COVID shutdowns. And I just want to take a moment to say how much we have enjoyed having both of you and how much we appreciate your enthusiastic participation in the life of Worcester High School, Worcester, and Worcester Rotary. Izumi, you came here with very limited English skills. And look at you today, you're speaking to the whole club in English. And you were willing to jump right into activities, including cross country, running 5 kilometers, not having done the miles and miles of training that your other teammates did over the summer. And Sajid, although you came with English fluency, your mid-September arrival meant that you started school at Worcester High School a month late, right? And we were so impressed with how you embedded yourselves, making friends in your engineering and gym classes, serving as a good role model in your Spanish class, and taking on the formidable bowling team as soon as you were able to. And while our club has been fortunate to have these two wonderful students, none of this would be possible without a deep bench of club and community support. So within the club, Youth Exchange Committee members assume this list of roles. And I'd really like to give special recognition to Brent Rice, who not only served as the club Youth Exchange Officer, but also has taken on directing that role in the district and took on the heavy lifting for finding host families this year. Donna Connolly and Joyce Schmitz have served as inbound counselors, serving as the students' primary contact and liaisons between school, community, and host families. Melanie Garcia took on planning the January overnighter we hosted for the district. And the many, many other Rotarians in the club have helped chaperone, drive students to and from the high school and all their district activities, invited them to special events. Really, the program does not function without this level of support. The other key piece to this exchange experience is the host families. And we have many representatives of them here today. Would you please all join me in a round of applause as just a token of thanks to all the work that they have done for our students. The host families have rearranged their homes. They've incorporated the students into their lives. They've fed active, hungry boys and served as an emotional cushion, among other things. We have one outbound student from the district this year. Let me repeat that. We have one outbound student from the entire district, 6650. And this is a trend that we would definitely like to reverse. So we're going to invite you to, if you know of any students who are ages 15 to 18 who might be interested in exchange, to come here. Our current outbound, Hayden Michelle, who is speaking on July 17th and will be sharing about his year in Japan. Now, as Izumi and Sujit speak today, they will exchange their club's flags with President Greg. But before them, I'd like to ask Doug Truschel to the podium to further recognize the efforts of host families and share a little bit about his family's experience hosting over the years. Doug?
Pull up that photo. Do that. Okay. I don't see Mike Steiner here today, but he would know. Does anybody else in the room understand the significance of this photo? That's too bad. I would have given you $100 if you'd picked this out. The person on the left rear of this photo is Gustavo Semincado, who's an exchange student to our club the 1996-97 school year. He stayed with us and with Mike. That's why Mike figured it out. This photo was taken this winter at a ski trip we took in Breckenridge, where Gustavo and his two delightful daughters, who were there in the front, joined us for a week. The point of this is not to bore you with our family vacations, but to point out that 20 plus years later, we have a wonderful relationship with this young man. And now with his two delightful little girls who were the life of the party.
the point of this is be a host family. We had hosted, I think, 12 exchange students back in the day. And to be able to maintain that kind of relationship was actually a lot easier now with social media to at least keep in touch with these kids 20 plus years later. It's a great experience. It's not a requirement that you have children at home that are more or less the same age. But if you do have children at home who are more or less the same age, they deserve this opportunity to learn something about the rest of the world. And it really is a great opportunity for your kids, your grandchildren, whoever it might be, to be exposed to something a little bit outside of Wayne County. So that's my paid commercial announcement to encourage all of you to consider being a host family at some point. It's a great experience. Thanks.
Very good.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. There's lots of guests and lots of familiar faces. Good to see you, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. And so today I'll be presenting myself, about my family, about my country, and highlights of the exchange year. So what we'll be seeing in we'll be saying, who am I, my family, incredible India, Maharashtra, the Maratha province, Pune, and highlights of the exchange year. So first, my name is Jitanjit Bhangre. I'm a student and I have already graduated in India. My hobbies are trekking, traveling, cooking, photography, rifle shooting, reading, and I'm open to all new things. I really like to try new things. That's why I'm here, just to experience the exchange year. Next is my family. The photo in the middle from the left, that's me, then my mom Dipali, my dad Ranjit, and my sister Surbi. My sister, she's 26 and she just graduated from MBA. And my dad, he's a businessman, and my mom, she's also a businesswoman. She's also a housewife. We own 3 stores shop like Aldi's in our town. And my family is also into everything, trekking, traveling, and they are the reason, or they are the main reason why I'm here. They pushed me to do the exchange here. Then the next is Incredible India. In Incredible India, we will be seeing the history of India, spiritual India, Indian cuisine, and emerging India. First is, so we'll start with flag of India. So everyone must be curious about the 4 colors in flag of India. The topmost is the saffron color, which indicates the strength and courage of the people in India. Then the next is white color, which indicates the peace. Then the green color, which is at the bottom, it indicates the significance of environment and agriculture. There's a circle which is called an Ashoka Chakra, which is in the middle of the flag. It has 24 stripes. It's in light blue. It indicates the life in motion, which means the people in India working 24 hours of life, 24 hours a day. Then the next is history of India. History of India is a really India has a really vast history. India has been ruled by British for around 150 years. Portuguese, Mughals, Adil Shahs, but there were some great freedom fighters. Because of them, we got our independence on 15th of August 1947. great freedom fighters such as Mahatma Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, Baba Sahib Ambedkar. They all sacrificed their lives to get India, to give India the freedom from the British and everyone who ruled. And the next is spiritual India. India is the home of yoga and Ayurveda. India is known for its spirituality. India has a lot of religions and they all have their own traditions and their own spirituality. India is also a place where you can experience a unique spiritual uh, experience in India. I would say, like people say, the meditation is the key. My parents, they both have been yoga teachers for most like 15 years now. So our whole family is into yoga, meditation, and it's really beneficial. The next is Indian cuisine. There's a lot to tell about Indian cuisine, and I have a lot of information to tell about all the India, but so, Indian food. I say that Indian food is one of the healthiest and best food, except for the spicy part. But still, there's food that which is not spicy. And in India, you will find a variety of food. Once you go from north to south, you will get food in each and every state. Each and every state have their uh, own specialty of food, from sweets to meals, street food, everything. So yeah, Indian food. Then the next is the emerging face of India. I so India is a developing country. There are 28 states and 8 union territories. There are 218 known languages in India. India's population of India is 1.4 billion, which is I think the most populated country in the world right now. And India is the fifth largest economy in the world. So it is also the seventh largest country by the land in the whole world. And right now, everyone, people, even Jeff Bezos, he said that 21st century is the Indian century because right now is the best time to invest in India because India is developing. Then the next is Maharashtra, and today is May 1st. Today is the Maharashtra Day. We call as Maharashtra Din because on this day, on 1960, Maharashtra was established. The name of Maharashtra means my state and the Maratha province. On this day, Maharashtra was established. It is one of the largest commercial and industrial state in the country. It is also called as Gateway of India. Maharashtra is called like that, and Maharashtra is famous for its culture and beauty. There are a lot of heritage sites. Some of the sites, such as Ajanta and Ellora, they have been called as World Heritage Sites. They are approved by UNESCO. And capital of Maharashtra is Bombay, Mumbai. It was first called as Bombay, but now it's called as Mumbai. Mumbai is called a city of dreams. It is actually city of dreams. I have been to Mumbai and I can say that. The next is Pune. It's my city. This is from where I am. Pune is the second largest city in Maharashtra after Mumbai. Pune is the educational hub of India. It's also the cultural capital of Maharashtra. And Pune is also called the Oxford of the East because it's the education hub of India. It's the home of a lot of colleges and universities. There are people, there are also people who come from different countries in Pune for education. Then the next is highlights of the exchange year. So 15th of September 2022, the day changed my life, the day I took the flight to US. It was the first flight. I have never gone without my parents anywhere. And the time, like 24 hours, being in the flight alone was life changing. And here am I experience the whole year, the best time I ever had in my life. Then next is special thank you to three host families. First is Michelle's. It was the time when I came 15th of September and winter started on 17th of September. The place where I am, it's not that much cold. It was so hard for me. First family, I was totally adjusting to the US and it gone really good. Me and Izumi, we both were in the same host family, the first host family. We survived through that winter, and it was really great time with you. Thank you so much. Then the next host family is Steven and Jonah Plants. It was the winter when I was with them. They gave me a lot of new experiences. We won with them. I got to sledding, and it was a really nice memory where I fell down from the hill, but still, it was a nice memory. Then the current host family, Newberry Yoglis, it's like it's really been great till now, and there are like just 40 days remaining for me to go back to India, and I know it's going to be really great. I'm going to enjoy my time. Thank you so much to all my three families, and I have also been spent time with Mr. Brent. I lived with them for like 2 weeks. My counselor Donna for 2 weeks, and even with Mrs. Macnos around 10 to 12 days. Thank you so much for hosting me, even it was for a small period of time, but it was really great. Then the next is exchange students. So when we came, we had our first overnighter camp in October, and it was a little bit awkward because we didn't know each other. But now we have that kind of family bonding that we have a home in 8 different countries. So it's really been great with all of them. Even a couple of days ago, a girl from Argentina, she left to go gone back. It felt sad because New York was the last meet when we all came together. But yeah, everyone we are going to go back. So it was fine. Then the next is places I have been to in US. I have been to Washington DC, New York, Niagara Falls, Minneapolis, and different places. But these are the main places which I really liked. Times Square is one of my favorite. Till then, well, New York is the city which everyone falls in love with, and I love New York. So it's been really fun. Then the next is school. In school, when I came to US, I didn't know that I'll be joining bowling team, and I did join the bowling team. It was during the winter. It was really fun. Like I made really great friends, friends for life. I can say that, and I am really going to miss them. We had different kind of things. It was really fun. I had my own senior banner. I never had in my when I was in India. I never had that, and it was really fun. I had that senior banner in my room, hanged in front of my like bed, and it's really good to see that. Then the schoolwork. I have been to like that's a T-shirt which I painted in arts class. That's a lamp which we put like hang during the Diwali festival, and I created that in engineering because Mr. Melrose asked to make something which is close to me. I was like, okay, I'll make that. And then the next is canvas painting and cooking class. Well, there's a lot of things which I did in school, but keeping time in the mind. So I've just got this much to show. I have been in digital film class, made movies, made movie trailers, graphic design, a lot of things. It's been a lot of fun. Even Spanish, yeah, Spanish has been a lot of fun. Then the next is tennis team. I joined tennis. Well, I used to play badminton back in India, but tennis was something new. And by according to OHSA rules, I am not allowed to compete in any sports, but both the teams, bowling team, tennis team, they had never left me behind. Never like felt them I'm alone or sitting somewhere. They have been supporting me all the time, and tomorrow is our senior night as well. So it's been really fun. I don't even know how the season has gone. It's going to end right now, and it's really fun. I made even in tennis team. I've made friends for life. Then the next is yeah, here's some of the things. The photo on the left corner is the Wu Assassins. I have been playing Wu Assassins. It's been the fun time of the year. It's a game of water gun. I think most of you must be familiar with that. Yeah, I see some faces. So it's been really fun. And then I joined Young Life. I have been going to the Young Life in Worcester. And special thank you to Mr. Christopher Bueller. And during the spring break, I'm into business. I like to study business. And so during the spring break, he gave me like around 2 to 3 hours of his valuable time. He gave me a tour of the whole his shop, and we discussed a lot of things. Thank you so much for that. It was a really great time, and it's like just 40 days are remaining. Still, I think I got a list that I wish I'd be able to do that. Golfing, selling, fishing, shooting range, which is just archery or something like that. I've never been to Cedar Point. A lot of them say it's good. I hope I'll get a chance to go concerts and actually the things which American people like to do during summer. I know it's not summer, but still like and all new things. I'm open to all new things. Lastly, I'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone. Thank you so much to Mr. Brent, Ms. Kathy, Ms. Donna. Thank you so much to everyone who have helped me throughout the exchange year. It's been really fun, and I'm going to miss the whole exchange experience a lot. And I hope I'll get a chance to come back to US again and meet you guys again. Thank you so much.
Pretty blue.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll take a picture afterwards. Podium's yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to introduce myself, my country, my family, and so on. Okay, so first, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Izumi Nishimatsu. I was born in Tokyo, Japan. And when I was 0, I moved to Gifu, where I have been living. Here are some of my favorite things. I like vacation. I like hanging out with my friends. I like a lot of sports. I play basketball, soccer, skateboarding, baseball. I have been playing baseball since I was 9. And I play baseball in America too. This is my family. This is my older brother, and he's 19 years old. He goes to university right now. He plays baseball too, and he has been to Canada for studying abroad when he was 12. This is my younger sister. She's 15 years old. She goes to junior high school right now. She plays volleyball. This is my dad and my dad. This is my mom and my dad. I miss them. My dad has been running restaurant and he's a chef. My mom goes together with my dad. It's like traditional Japanese restaurant. This is about my country. As I said, I was born in Japan and I grew up in Japan. Have you guys been curious about why Japanese flag is just red circle and what that means? The national flag of Japan is a rising sun. The white color is a symbol of the integrity and honesty of the people. Japan consists of 5 islands. Obviously, it's not large. Actually, the land area of Japan is smaller than Texas. The population of Japan is about 300 million. Japan has only half the land area of Texas, but people live about 5 times the population of Texas. That's so crazy. I didn't even know that. Japan has 4 seasons, and each season has a different weather. In spring, it's warm. We enjoy it and drinking under cherry blossom. In the summer, many Japanese women wear yukata when they watch firework displays. Summer is my favorite because there are a bunch of stuff that you do. During the autumn season in Japan, you can see beautiful autumn leaves. in winter in Japan, some place is cold and some place have a lot of snow. But the town where I grew up is not like very cold, so Ohio is too cold for me. But me and Susie made it through the Ohio winter. Stuck, but we made it. This is my favorite city in Japan. It's called Kyoto. It's traditional town. You can see a bunch of traditional buildings like World Heritage. Everyone knows more about Tokyo, but in my opinion, if you come to Japan, you definitely should go to Kyoto. Why is Kyoto so important to Japan? The culture capture of Japan and the #1 tourism city in the world. Kyoto is home to 70 UNESCO World Cultural Heritage Sites and over 2,000 temples and shrines. Why is Kyoto interesting? For over 1,000 years, Kyoto was capital city of Japan, but Tokyo took over the title in 1968. Kyoto is one of the best preserved cities in Japan. If you want to know more about Kyoto, go to Japan. This is my everyday life in Japan and in US. In Japan, I try to wake up at 6:30, but I cannot most of the day. So my mom always forced me to wake up at 7. Then I eat breakfast and get ready to go to school by 8. Then I always take train, go to school. Then I have a school from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. After that, I have baseball practice until 7. After that, get dinner and sometimes I go to from school or hang out with my friend until 10. Then I take train to go home and then I sleep at midnight. In US, I wake up at 6:30. I don't even know how, but I can wake up at 6:30 most of the day in the US. And then I eat breakfast and get ready to go to school by 7:45. I have a school until 2:45. After that, I have a baseball game and then go home at 8. Sometimes get food with my friends and then sleep at 11 or 12. As you see, life in America gives me more time. This is about my highlight of my exchange year. I got to America on August 13th. When I arrived in the US, it was Chicago and I remembered everything was scary for me. And I got asked to go back to Japan. I was like, why I came here? But when I got to Cleveland and I met Brent Rice and Pastor Bandy, the Michelle and Aiden Michelle, I relieved. And then school started immediately and I joined cross country. Cross country was so fun and I got a lot of friends immediately. So I was glad. This is when I went to Rotary overnight for the first time. I met the people from Brazil, Spain, India, Germany, Argentina, Italy, and Japan too. And I love the time when I spent with them. I'll never forget them. Actually, as Sujit said, a girl from Argentina left US a few days ago. Everyone was so sad and I hope we can meet again. This is about where I visited in the United States. I went to Niagara Falls, Minnesota, New York City, Washington, DC. They are so awesome. I've been always wanted to visit new place, so I was glad to go there. I still have 2 months left, so I want to visit many places as much as I can. My favorite is Times Square so far, but I'm going to California in June, so it might be changed. after I go back to Japan, I'm going to finish my high school and I'll go to university. I hope I can get in the university in America, but I still don't know if I can make it. I have no idea what I do in the future, but I'm interested. I'm interested in helping people like exchange students like related to foreign stuff, but I'm still thinking about baseball. I joined baseball team. I'm so glad to join baseball team. This is a picture. I love them. I love miss them. That's one reason I don't want to go back to Japan yet. I'll show you the video that my friend took when I hit single in the US for the first time. So you cannot see clearly, but I hit single to the right field. Thank you. Anyway, I love baseball team. I still have some of times when I can spend with them, so I will have fun. I love Worcester High School. I wish I could stay here longer, but we still have an event like prom, graduation party, summer vacation. I'm so excited. I'm glad to be in the United States. We still have 2 months left, so I will have fun as much as possible. I really appreciate Rotary Club of Worcester. I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation and thank you for listening.
Well, these both are amazing young men, and I'm very proud of them, and they both did great presentations. Can you imagine you going to their club and making that presentation? I can't, okay? That is not easy. These two guys are exceptional. Well, in appreciation, guys, you've seen this 45 times since you got here. So in appreciation for your time with us today, we'd like to give you a rendition of the rotary wheel with the 4-way test on the back, made by students at the Village Network. Now, we do have a couple minutes for questions, maybe 1 or 2 questions, and then we've got a few other administrative things. So if somebody here has a question for them, they're available.
Let Peggy give her announcement.
Oh. Peggy's gonna do hers first.
Assuming Sujit said he would really like to go to Cedar Point, the amusement park. Is there someplace you really want to go before you leave?
I want to visit Georgia State.
Georgia?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so can you tell us what your plans are when you return? Oh,
When I go back to India, I'll be studying business. I'll be doing bachelor's in business and then master's in business as well, but I'll be specifying that in what. And yeah, the thing is, I have exam. I'll be going back on 11th of June. I'll be reaching India on 12th of June. I have an entrance exam on 13th of June, personal interview on 15th of June. So I am getting ready for that, and I will be going to college at the MIT in India, or it's other colleges, BMCC. And those are the special college for commerce, for business studies. Thank you.
We will have them available for questions as soon as the meeting is over, but another round of applause for our students. And we do appreciate the host parents, and I do want to give Gabe Tudor and Amy a great thank you for hosting them at school and treating them like, you know, like anybody else and making them feel comfortable. We do appreciate it. We know how school, they spend as much time there as any other place. So Gabe, you and Amy, we appreciate it. At this time, Peggy, we forgot you in the beginning. Would you make your announcement?
Sure. Am I on? That's an awful tough act to follow, but I'm here to talk about, you remember the phrase, April showers bring the beginning of Mr. Rotary flag program. So, we are on May 1st, and we will be putting up the flag for the first time the week before Memorial Day. And I want to give a shout out to the 18 or so Rotarians who have been doing this, putting up the flags for years. And I'm proud to say that every single one of them re-upped for this year. But one of our community partners, the Triway Band, had to drop out this year. And all of a sudden, we've got 200 more flags to put up. And that's a bit much for our small group. We are recruiting additional people. We've got 2 people signed up, Matt Martin and Marty Starkey is going to be heading up the area in the Triway local school district that will be getting those 200 flags. Joy will be meeting with the community partners later this week, and she's going to see if some of them can increase their numbers. But worst comes to worst, we've got to find people who can put up 200 more flags. So that's where you all come in. If we can get 6 more people, then we will have enough that everybody will only have to be responsible for 25 flags. You need some sort of a vehicle where you can haul the flags. Pickup trucks are great, vans are great, but you can do it in a car, and I do it in my car. I lay it on the back seat and lay the flags on the dashboard, and it works out okay. We've got lots of people that do this. We have old pals that do it. We have father and children teams, mother and children teams, grandparents and grandchildren teams. We have even our own special godfather, godson team of Mr. Gallagher and Mr. Frosty. Our volunteers on the Worcester Rotary team range in age from 9 to 90. So if you think you can't do it, I think you're wrong. So please let us hear from you as soon as possible about this. And thank you all very much for your time.
Well, we all know how important flags are to our club, and if you can help and pick up some of that, or if you know another group, we'd really appreciate it. We want to thank all of our guests for being here today. And Donnie, I want you to make sure you understand that we appreciate what you and all the other members of the Worcester Police Department do every day. We really appreciate it. And try to get out and help on the walk or participate. Next week's program will be Rotarian Joe Ettinger, the head of the school, giving us an overview and update on Montessori School of Worcester. Please have a safe week. We'll see you next Monday. We stand adjourned.